in for a real treat today. Today we have Julie Spear, and she is a longstanding member of the Memphis Garden Club, and that's one of our local GCA clubs, and they are the ones who put on the Memphis Flower Show the next every other year. So the next one will be occurring coming up this spring. And if you haven't been to the Memphis Flower Show, it's a real treat. Usually flower arrangements are interpreted through, the artwork is interpreted through flower arrangements, and there's also a horticultural component, and it's one of the major GCA shows. So we have a long-standing relationship with the Memphis Garden Club. But today, Julie Spear, who travels around the world and certainly around the country, teaching and doing floral arrangements and competitions with the Garden Club of America, and teaching as an instructor, doing workshops and demonstrations. We have the privilege of having Julie here today, and she's going to show you some tricks and tips for making arrangements. And she's always funny, always delightful, and just a very special person. So without any further ado, I give you Julie Spear.
Hello, I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to represent Memphis Garden Club, and I'm happy to honor the Dixon Gallery and Gardens because they are special to my heart. And so anything I can do here, I will always do as a volunteer, because if you don't know how special the Dixon is, come and give yourself a gift to just inspire yourself by walking through the gardens or walking through the museum. Just enjoy every moment you can absorb, because you just can't imagine what a gift it is to our city to have this fabulous place to come to. So anyhow, let me start by saying that what they asked me to do was arrangements that might be inspiring for the fall. So of course we think orange, and I'm from Knoxville, Tennessee, so I'm from big orange country. So we will start with something that's extremely easy for you to do. Is this right? No. So I have 2 bubble bowls, and I have 2 Vanna whites right here. Here's my first Vanna, and here's my other Vanna. And what could I do without them? Nothing. And so anyhow, we're going to take 2 bubble bowls, Michael's, my favorite spot to go, and we're just going to float some orange balloons. If your husband comes home and says, I'm bringing somebody home for dinner tonight, and you've got to go to the grocery store, and then you got to do something on your table. So you go get your food, and then you swing by the floral department, and you just get a few little balloons, and you just float them like this. And then you take a second one and you put it up on its side. It's such a nothing deal. And you float a few more. And there is your centerpiece. How about that one now? So that's easy as pie. Or as my little granddaughter used to say, Mom, it's easy as cake. And I said, no, it's easy as pie. So that's that. So while you're at the grocery store, if you have the time to go to the vegetable section, just go get some veggies and put them in. This is a copper container from Copper Works, COPPERWORX, from Clinton, Mississippi. And you just get some veggies. I like these colors because they work well with this color in the copper situation. And then I got some Brussels sprouts. My husband and I'll be eating some vegetables for sure. I mean, purple is so pretty with this color. These are Brussels sprouts with the veggies. And I'm just going to add in some tubes. These you can buy anywhere. Michael's, go to tubes, Google tubes.com. And you can just add in any kind of colors that you want. Ooh, these are pretty. And we're just going to add in our little tubes. Nice. And just add in your blooms. When you do your broccoli, what you want to do, if you're going to use this as your centerpiece, swish it around in a little mixture of half Clorox, half water, because that way you won't have broccoli fumes over your dinner table. And so you're just going to add in. Isn't this fun? Is this not fun? And is it not easy? It is so easy. Easy is the best. And also cheap. And then I'm going to add one more little thing, which you probably do not know about, but I will tell you about it. It comes from New Zealand. And it's called, well, it's what it is skeletonized flax. And the name of it is Hapene, H-A-P-E-N-E. And it just gives the most beautiful curvilinear addition to any sort of design. I mean, isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? I mean, we're not finished. Then I like to do one more thing just for fun. So pretty. Which is to add a little light fixture. And that is like just right in here. And just kind of just do it here and there. You can buy these from Amazon. Just Google light on sticks, light on twigs. That's how I found it. But isn't that fun? Is that not fun? I'm going to get that in there. When I do this at my house, when I'm practicing, my little dog just goes bananas when I turn these lights on because she thinks that it's supposed to be a party. She thinks it's a party when I turn the lights on. She's my little corgi. Her name is Lucy. Named for my 106-year-old aunt in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. How's that? Is that good? I mean, that's easy. I mean, that's just putting stuff in there, okay? Clinton, Mississippi, Copperworks. Okay, let's see, we got, okay, this was given to me for my birthday last year. I turned 70 last year, and so my sister-in-law sent this to me. So I've saved it just the way it is because it's just so easy to recreate. So what it is I'm going to take out all the dead roses. And all the dead orchids. And just show you that this is just a simple container covered in bark. There is oasis down in the base of it. So I'm just going to add. Thank you, Vanna. Just add some. Some new blooms. You know, the thing about flowers is they create joy wherever you are. It does not matter what you give. Flowers just are synonymous with joy. And it's such a gift to be able to work with them. Okay, I'm just adding a few little blooms, and I'm going to add a little baby's breath because it gives a little lightness to it. And these things, this is called shelf fungus, and it's dry. You can buy these things at Michael's, and Michael's is the best. Michael's or Hobby Lobby, and they just add another texture, another shape, another color to your design. These are just like in there. And a little bit more baby's breath. And then since I've got, these things are dead, so I'm yanking them out. I might just add some, I might just do this. We all have, well, we don't all have the luxury of, oh, look, I found this. This is ruscus, and ruscus comes in two sizes. This is the big ruscus, and then the other one really is tiny. And you can find that this came from the grocery store. Every single thing that you're seeing today is from the grocery store. So just know that you too can get whatever you need. And they are so nice, and they love people who do flowers. And I want to show you, what's that bucket? Where's the bucket? Oh, the big black bucket, the small black bucket. I just wanted to show it to them. Yeah,
Little bit of water.
these come from Kroger, and if you go to the Kroger floral department, every day they will give you these because they're just going to throw them to the garbage can. So just know if you need bucket sources, Kroger. Let's see what we got here. Okay, this is probably good. Here we go. That's good. That would be a nice present for somebody for their birthday, like I received. So that's that. Okay, so now what we got? We have a situation where it is winter time, and if your husband is a hunter, he might be a deer hunter and bring you some shed antlers, which is what I have right here. So I have this particular container, by the way, is also from Copper Works, Clinton, Mississippi. So I'm just gonna put this in. Just willy-nilly, no big sweat. And then, if it's winter time, you can go to Mike. If you don't have access to evergreens in your yard, this is everlasting evergreens, i.e. faux, i.e. plastic. So we just put this in here and it looks great. No one's going to know the difference. And if your friends try to touch it, you just slap their hands because that's tacky. We just add a little greenery. This can be, if you want, when it's not quite evergreen season, you can add your magnolia, which is really gorgeous in here. Isn't that pretty? Look at that brown back. Oh, so beautiful. I'm just going to slap this in. That brown is so beautiful. Can't go wrong with magnolia. It's so fun. My daughter called me the other day from the grocery store in Albuquerque. She said, Mom, I'm having some people over for dinner tonight. And she showed me some flowers that she was choosing from the floral department in Kroger in Albuquerque. And I went, it took. Yes. All right, so this is that. And then what I have is little tubes. Again, you can use tubes from, go to tubes.com. It's a nothing deal. I've got copper wire. This is extremely lightweight gauge copper wire. How's our time? Are we good? 22. Are we okay? Yeah, these are wire clippers, Michael's. And I just take a little bit of a wire and I twist it around itself. And then just put it on the antler. And just every so often, you've got a little bloom here and there. And you just bend it down so it doesn't really become conspicuous. It's just going to go away when you get your flowers on. I'm going to do 3 for you right now, just 3. If you can do, lilies are fabulous at Christmas time, and then red berries, nandina berries or holly berries. It's so pretty at Christmas time. This should be like a cooking show. We need a mirror up here. Let's see where we're going to put this down in here. I mean, anything you do is going to be just fine. It's just a matter of placing them. And then we're just going to have, let's do, this is fall, so let's deal with this color. Oh, I didn't know that I was familiar. That's awesome. That's great. See, you could just go on and on, but isn't that pretty? It's just so pretty. So that's another option for your centerpiece. How are we doing time-wise? Oh, still? Yeah. Okay. Okay. One of my favorite things is to do is a topiary. And this is an easy way to do a topiary. A topiary does not take up a lot of visual space on your table. And it is extremely easy to do. So what you do is you just stuff your, cut them on a slant so that they get enough water source coming into them. You increase the situation about their how they intake the water. There's a much more articulate way to say that. Okay, what I like to do is take a little bit of bind wire. Bind wire is wire covered in paper, and they come in gigantic rolls. You will have to leave it in your will. You will never use all of this, but it is a fabulous product, and it's great for tying up things in your yard because it doesn't eat into the stems of the things that you're trying to secure. And it comes in lots and lots of different colors. So right now I'm just going to use this particular bind wire color, which is basically, it goes away visually. And I'm just going to do this to get them together so that they'll stay. Now, right now, I have Oasis in this container, but I have not been smart enough to secure this Oasis by putting other pieces of it. So it wants to wobble, but normally you would put extra pieces in there, which is what I'm getting ready to show you. Thank you. My other Vanna, Dale. So, bless you. So I'm just gonna another piece down in here. And that's gonna actually do the trick. Perfect. Can you see what I'm talking about? See, I just made it not wobble. So that's my beginning. And now I'm going to take some greenery that I have like right here. Just some greenery, anything you've got. That ain't it. I'm just going to do what I think I need is moss. This is not bad. Yeah, a mixture is always good. It was just perfect. So perfect, I can't even believe it. This is boxwood. This is just exactly what I needed. Oh man, this is just ask and you shall receive. Yay. My husband is so used to me doing this sort of thing that he'll come in and go, okay, what do I need to prep tonight? And he's really good at it. So what we're going to add a little tiny bit of a focal point here in just 2 shakes. And that is, since it's fall, no one in Memphis, Tennessee has the new little, the little tiny baby miniature pumpkins. They can't get them. So we've got these. So these are Michael's. Actually, these are Kroger in West Memphis. I mean, is that not fun? That just adds a little bit of a happy day. And then we're going to do this to finish it off. You're not going to have to see this at all. Come on, buddy. Work with me. Isn't this color pretty with the orange? And then just kind of wind it down around on the bottom. You get the drift. There. How's that? In the grand scheme of things, you can use anything that's got a vertical stem for a topiary. Alstroemeria, which is the warhorse of flowers, is just the best to use for I mean, you can see what I'm talking about. This is the same exact thing with Alstroemeria will be exactly perfect for a topiary. And if you're like my husband, at my house, he does the food, I do the flowers, and then after we say the blessing, he takes the flowers off the table so that everyone can see each other. So topiaries are great because you can have, say, 3 down the table and everyone can see each other in between. So I just throw that out for your information. Let's see what we got. We have, this to me is a really evocative container for fall. It's a cornucopia and it will hold a myriad of wonderful things. Inside it, I have what's called a pillow by the name of Holly Chapel. She sells these things. She decided that back in the day when my grandmother was designing things, she just used crumpled up chicken wire. But this is a plastic version of a chicken wire crumple. And they come in different sizes. You can buy, I think you can buy them at Hobby Lobby now. They come in egg shapes for handheld bouquets. They come in this size and they come in a larger size, but it's great for holding blooms and it comes apart like this. Just like it comes apart. So I'm putting this in here and I'm not using any water source because we're working fast here, but I'm going to do a little bit of greenery and
would you put Oasis in the pillow?
I would. Okay. I would put Oasis, or it can sit on top of a clear glass vase. if it was, this is not big enough, but it can sit there and you can do all of your design into it, and you just don't even have to have oasis, which is really good because everyone's trying to be environmentally concerned. And so, although I am told that Oasis, the company, has come out with an environmentally friendly type of oasis. So we shall see. But in Garden Club of America, we are trying really, really hard not to use oasis. But it's hard not to. So at any rate, I'm going to put this in here, and we're just getting ready to play because I have no idea what I'm getting ready to do. And that's the fun part. My grandmother had to saying, it was, let's let the drama unfold. And that's what's getting ready to happen. Let's let the drama unfold. Because you know what? It always does. I'm putting greenery down at the base just to kind of let it have a way to spill out. And then I'm just going to add these gorgeous dahlias. Oh my gosh, I hate taking them out of. I mean, that in itself is just a beautiful design. That's Mother Nature. My goodness. I can't take it. I can't do it.
I didn't know Kroger sold dahlias.
No, those are from you all. I can't take it out of the water. I'll just use the ones that we've got here. Oh, they're so beautiful. Let's see here. Oh, I need to show you all this since I'm here. This is a magnetic bowl, which came from Pet Boys. Watch this. My daughter and I were on our way home from Albuquerque, and she was looking for tire stuff, and I was tootling around looking for I don't know what. And I found this, and it's great for if you ever need a vertical source for oasis. This will attach to a vertical container. We don't have a metal one here. It doesn't matter. Just know that you can do that. Pet Boys. I think they have them at Walmart too, probably by now. I'm bad about losing my clippers. I'll throw them into the garbage can with my other stuff. I'm going to use this also. Alstroemeria really and truly is the warhorse of flowers. It lasts forever. You can take one little tiny bloom off of it and put it into a little tiny container by someone's bed. And it's just a gift. And they're just so thrilled to have it. I have a friend in Jackson, Mississippi, and she was really, really sick. And she had a friend. She could not get into her dining room or her living room to see the big gigantic flowers that people had sent to her because she was so sick. But she had a little friend who brought one bloom a day to go by her bedside. And that in itself was such an uplifting gift that I share with you because it really means everything to have a little flower like that. It's just so joyful. And now she teaches young children, young little girls, they go into her garden and they pick one bloom and she gives them a little container and they take their little container. So she shared the gift. Oh, I have a little stock here. Oh, it smells so pretty. Oh, perfect. Oh, y'all, I wish, this is like a cooking show. I wish you could smell it. Oh, it smells so pretty. I'll eat these. Oh, I have to use these. Oh, so pretty. Now, that's enough. That's enough for a little cornucopia. And look, see, it happens. It happens. And look, see, it's all right there. Now, in the grand scheme of things, I would have a water source. I really would. But since we're in a time situation, I need something that's gonna stabilize this thing. I know. I use my little doer. The thing is, there's no wrong way to do flowers. My grandmother came to me many, many, many moons ago, and I had gone to Kroger's and gotten a whole bunch of zinnias. And I had done what my friend calls the 5 slamma jamma routine of floral design, which is when you go, and you just, and so she comes into my house and she goes, Julie, that's pretty, but it's not correct. And I went, what does that mean? So until I joined the garden club, I did not know what correct meant. There are certain rules: balance, dominance, contrast, proportion, and scale. I know this because I can remember it because I say, be darn careful riding past schools. Balance, dominance, contrast, proportion, something else, and scale. And those are constant elements that contribute to correct design, whether it is photography or architecture or sculpture or floral design or painting. You have to have all of those things: balance, dominance, contrast, rhythm, proportion, and scale. And so that's what we try to do in floral design. And in today's world, when people come to the Memphis Flower Show, which is a very popular flower show, people from all over the country tell me they come to Memphis because that's where they're going to see the cutting edge designs. You will see not only it's floral design, but really and truly what we're creating now is sculpture. We're creating sculpture, and it's exciting to see what people come up with because it is incredible. I mean, they must stay up all night long coming up with these things, but it is really fun to see. And it's the camaraderie in the floral world is so much fun because you're competitive, but you'll go, do you need something? I've got something dead in my bucket. Do you need my bucket? Come on, come on. And everybody shares what she has because we're in this together. And that's the beauty of it all. Okay, I think I've got this solidified because guess what? I'm not going to move it again. Oh, I'm going to do this at the back. And we'll do this in the back too. Is this little Jim?
I think that's teddy bear.
Teddy bear. It is so pretty. So
The name
pretty.
comes from the fact that it has a lot of the fuzz on the back.
You know, that's named for Teddy Roosevelt, who is one of my relatives. How about that one now? But I don't have the glasses. Is that good? Okay, good. Okay. Shall we, let's see, how are we doing time-wise? Oh my gosh, I'm fast. Yeah, I can do this.
And then we can take some
Shall we do
questions.
questions now? It's up to you.
If folks have questions, if you could type them in the chat, and we'll go over those in just a second. I think we're going to do one more arrangement, and then we'll just display everything out on the table. How about that? Everything that you've done.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be like all vertical wildness. There's such a thing in a flower show called a judge's challenge class. And that is when a judge, a participant just walks in and there's a bucket full of stuff and you just go. And it's my very favorite thing to do because there's no pressure. You don't have to come with all your stuff. You don't have to think about it the night before. You just walk in and create. And it's really fun to do. So this is kind of like getting ready to be a judge's challenge class because I didn't know what I was getting ready to do, but we can find out.
Oh, okay. So you can see that arrow? See, there you are. Okay.
Go.
Yeah, please.
Go.
Please.
Okay. This is going to be a parallel arrangement. And a parallel arrangement is about the easiest thing that you can do because all you do is stick stuff in. And this is a very cool container. It's just made out of wood. I've got 2 blocks of Oasis and they're not wet because we're doing this really fast, but you would want them to be wet. And so I'm just going to do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. This is eucalyptus. And you kind of want them to be
Buzzy.
grouped. This is okra, which is so fabulous. I ran a floral design workshop in 2014. I lived at the Peabody Hotel for a week, and I had a man from Belgium come, and he wanted me to find orca. And I said, I don't know what orca is. He said, you know, it's that stuff, that green stuff. I went, you mean okra? He said, that's it. So I'll never think of okra as being anything but orca evermore. You can have this as high or as low as you want. I need one more vertical thing. This is equisetum, and it is just, you can take a piece of equisetum. It's like bamboo because it's got little bitty, every single time you see a white rib, that's where it stops. Oh, thank you. Perfect. Thank you. This can be a container. I don't want to waste this. Oh, here we go. Right there. Water will stop right there. So this can be a container. They are so fabulous to use. Oh, I bit that, so guess what? I'm getting ready to yank it out. That's even better, isn't it? So I've got my verticals going. Come on, buddy. Work with me. Oh, this is perfect. Look, I'm getting ready to recycle all this stuff. There we go. I don't really like that. I don't like this one. It's too skinny. Yeah, that's good. Thank you, Vanna. Now, we're going to add in stuff down at the bottom. Hello. Now, having this be wet would make it a lot more viewer friendly. I'll say that. There we go. The lady at Kroger's in West Memphis saw me coming this morning. She goes, "Okay, how many buckets do you want today?" I said, "I don't need buckets. I just need some flowers." Oh, thank you. Perfect. So nice. So helpful. How did you know? That's why they pay you the big bucks. I'm adding boxwood to be a filler and to just, soften up the base. Fill it out. But what I'm trying to show you guys is that you can go to Kroger's and get anything you want and create beauty with it. It doesn't have to be something specific from the wholesale flower place or any other place that you might want to go. It's just, you can go in your backyard. In my yard, I have a high shade garden, so I can grow high stuff and I can grow lots of high stuff and a lot of fern and a lot of mosquitoes, and that's about it. But Kroger's will take you where you need to be. I'm just cutting off the boxwood and just putting each one individually in here, because that way I can control where they go. And I'm going to add am I going to add red in here? Why not? Let's see what happens. If we like this or if we don't. Well, it gives it another. Why not? 3. You always kind of want to use perfect. You always want to have an odd number. So I've got 3 here. So now I've got some more, so I can add a few more. And that nicely fills it in. This is so fun. You just never know what you're going to have. That's the part that's the fun element for me. Let that drama unfold. Go down, Moses. There we go. Now, let's see what we got here. I'm going to add some more of this because I think it needs a little bit more verticality. Just to flesh it out. That's too curvy. Since it's fall, y'all, we can add a little of this. Oh, this is fun. This is so fun. You got 3, so it's an odd number. We could be adding boxwood all day long. It could be enough of this to really make a difference. Yeah. Oh, we do have a little bit. Yeah. Hate to waste these things. They're so pretty. This will give it a medium height deal. Yeah. What do you think? I would add more. I would add more boxwood. I can do that, but that's going to take up time. So that's your vertical. That's your parallel design with interest in the bottom, so that if you're at a dinner party, you can still see your people across the table. What do you think? My husband would not take this off the table because he can see people. And also he's at the end, so he can see people at the end.
All right, we have a couple of questions here. Let me look at the chat.
Okay, cool.
So I can go to the top here. Okay, I have several oak leaf hydrangeas in my yard now with beautiful brown blooms. Do you ever work with these? And if yes, do you dry them yourself? How long would they last in an arrangement?
If they're dry, they'll last forever. Yes, they're gorgeous. Absolutely. Definitely use them.
Is the eco-friendly Oasis available for purchase yet?
I believe so. Go to oasis.com.
Okay. Would you please go over that acronym and the keyword again? I missed part of it.
Oh, be darn careful riding past schools.
Yeah.
Balance, dominance, contrast, rhythm, proportion, and scale.
Say it one more time.
Balance, dominance, contrast, rhythm, proportion, and scale.
Be
Darn careful riding past schools.
Okay.
There's another one, but I'm not going to do it. Surely the flower ladies love pimento cheese sandwiches. Space. T, I don't know what T is. F is form. L, I have it written down at home. I can't do it. I'm off my head. Surely the flower ladies love pimento cheese sandwiches.
You've got several people that have commented, thank you for doing this, Julie. And
Oh,
so,
well, it's just my great pleasure and my great honor to be a part of this. And I mean that.
all right. We got two new messages. Hold on. Another thank you and another lovely thank you very much.
I was afraid they were going to say, didn't you do your hair today or something? Oh my goodness. Oh, is it on? It's on. Thank you so much for the boxwood. That was such a huge help.
Well, thank you all for coming, everyone. Thank you, Julie.
Thank you.